What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology for Titans action. Spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Ra. I am Joe. Thanks so much for the Prime X-Die, me, Lone, Jogger. Appreciate that one, man. On the other side of the map, in the blue color, playing as Hades, is Dodd Skady. The map is Blue Lagoon, I believe. Yep. And this is just another viewer requested game. The community currently really likes watching Skady vs Joe, so lucky for you guys, you get some more Skady Joe games. This one doesn't have an observer in it though, so I get to have that double little viewing screen that I so do love. So we're gonna have to do this perspective based. So we've shaken things up here. Ra versus Hades is a much different matchup to the Zeus versus Ra, because Hades doesn't have any real ability to take down buildings until the heroic age, so you don't have to worry too much. And beyond that, Blue Lagoon, you can get pretty unlucky with gold mines. Like you see all the gold mines are going to be forward. But you're always going to be fairly lucky with the food. It always kind of spawns in a bit of a circle around your base. In this case, it's like a semicircle around your base. And you will be able to find that one. You always start with a couple of giraffe or something fairly decent to start with. It's a really good 1v1 map. And we'll see what these guys do. Skady not playing the Zeus, he's Hades. It does change it a bit, but the big thing that Hades has for him, which Zeus doesn't, is like what's the term? You kind of feel safer because you know that you're probably not going to die to some sort of like all in. It is Ra. Ra doesn't really have an all in attack, but you're not gonna die to like a siege tower timing push or something like that from Joe, or like a Scarab Eclipse all in kind of thing. It's not going to be a problem because she's got that extra HP on your town center to pick off all the siege weapons. And once the siege weapons die, then the town center doesn't die, and you win that fight with the extra damage that you get out of your town center. But we'll see what they do. I'm assuming that Skady will just go for this town center in the front and all will be well. For some reason, sending this villager forward, maybe going for an early wall somewhere. What are you doing? What are you searching for? I swear, every time I watch Skady's play, he always does something weird. He loves the unorthodox. Clearly, he's either searching for like a temple. Oh, he's going for an Ares rush. Okay, I like it. This is not expected. The old Ares rush, it can do damage, but it's has a little bit less oomph, a little bit less craziness. But you get the free Cyclops out, and you try and come in and take the tower down. And if Joe goes fast to the classical age, which he's doing, he's going to be able to defend against this really easily. Because the Pharaoh and the Priest, they do a bit better against like the Chiron, basically, because the Chiron has a little bit less range. I want to say it has a little bit less range, just definitely has less HP. You see the Catascopus moving in, checking out what's going on. The houses are all around this tower. You can see how much less respect Joe gives to a Hades than he does against a Zeus without chucking down the crazy amount of wall segments here. Check out Joe's perspective again. He's just chucking down houses everywhere. He does not care too much. We'll see where he goes from here. I don't think that Skady checked out this. Yeah, he didn't see it. He didn't see this location here, so he's not going to send the. Well, he got the Hades shade though. It's basically like a militia rush. Killing the scout was not worth. Not worth at all. This unit's pretty strong. It's the 100 HP that does it. And there's the pharaoh coming in, going for the town center right in the face of the temple. And Skady not going for Athena, he's going straight. Or he's trying to grind around villager. Going straight, he's not going Ares, he's going Athena. So going straight for the Minotaur. And Skady going to be garrisoning that Minotaur straight away. But this town center will get up. There's no two ways about it. When you advance this much faster than your opponent, it's you're not going to be able to stop the town center, that's for sure. You see the Wadget just chilling here waiting, and then Armory coming up to try and prevent the Minotaur from escaping. He can just come back if he wants to. We're seeing the armor going up on both sides. And there we go, the Minotaur is going to run away. And Skady is getting his own second town center. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Skady goes like double town center here. Funnily enough, this town center doesn't really protect any gold because this gold mine's here, over here, over here. It's kind of, but a wall here and a wall here is all you need to be fairly safe. So we'll probably see Joe throw those up at some time. And now we'll see the Ajax scan around, look for something to do. Monkey head chilling in the corner of the map. And what's this relic that Joe's got here? Oh, game changing. Staff of Dionysus. This is easily, I mean, it's one of the best relics you can possibly have. I'm surprised to see he hasn't dumped it yet, because so villager walking time is huge. Like a villager gathers if a villager is gathering like 3 food every single time he's walking back and forth, then this Staff of Dionysus is going to cut the walking time down by half, by even more. And effectively increases the efficiency of these villages by 2 or something, just by the walking time. I mean, not exactly 2, but you know what I mean. What is this? Look at where the town... Like, Joe can see this, right? We can't see it. This is like some ballsy hunting right now by Skady. He's got food over here. Just go down to your giraffe. Why? Well, looks like the raid onto the gold mine coming in. Minotaur has managed to do something. You could use shifting sands if you wanted to over here, but not happening. Villager running in, going to be sacrificing her life. Oh, it's so sad. But lives? No, it doesn't live. I feel like Joe could have built some more priests here. Having priests isn't a bad thing. I feel like, well, I guess you can just move over and chuck a Migdol down somewhere. Like, all the army, or all the important army of Skady's over here, so Joe can just... Staff of Dionysus, but Joe can just kind of come over here and put a Migdol down or something like that. The temple goes up, going to give himself his own Pistusjos, Opsukos, and Rock to come out. And we're just going to come onto the wood, and you can start spamming out some of those chariot archers. And Wadget really sad Wadget here, trying to kill off some villagers and only doing 8 damage in attack. You see they are as... Oh, it's not in the tooltip, but the Wadget does the negative 50% damage against villagers because of a certain set strategy which was nerfed, and it brings a tear to all the set players' eyes. And there's the market for Joe. Going straight to the Mythic Age, or just wants to trade? I guess he wants to trade a little bit. He could just come back over onto the gold mine if he so chose, which he's going to do now. And he does have this gold mine. Again, just a wall over here. A little bit of preemptive walling would have saved this temple and this gold mine and all that pressure there. But it wasn't to be. Oh, nice micro. Yes, the dropping. I love it. Sentinel's cast. The Minotaur going to get picked off. There we go. Oh, almost picked off. 1 HP left. I like to just leave that alive. Maybe shifting sands to Kyron away or something is an option. There's the market up, so we can start trading a little bit, but it's going to be difficult. Does he have Shadoof out? No Shadoof. Let's see what he does. He's going to spam out the chariot archers, deal some damage, see where he can do. And the car getting out of there. Here's a speedy boy, 5.5. You can dodge these archers not too badly.
Into you. In wedge.
Oh, the raid coming in. Villager will fall. Maybe we get a couple of villagers? Maybe? Really nice raid. Skady not walling up this game at all. Maybe this game was played before the Zeus game where he realised how important walling was. But
Into you.
I'm going to lose one of these villagers or two of these villagers. Nice micro from Joe. You can just run away from these Hippocon, not lose any of these chariots, run back to his base and heal them back up with the priest that he built to defend this temple. I mean, what? No, that didn't happen. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay.
In wedge. In wedge.
What's some units over here, unfortunately, it looks like. Missed that. Joe, run your units all the way back. Run them away. No!
Into you.
This is some very bad trades. You will pick off a Hippocon. One Hippocon for 2.5 chariots there.
Into you. In wedge.
Almost a fair trade. But surely Skady's going to be hitting the classical age fairly soon here. Shadoof has been researched. And Joe's gold mine under siege here as the villagers are running away. Ouchie. There's quite a bit of gold left over here now. He has to farm up. Has like nearly zero food in the bank. I think he just bought the food, or I don't know where that food came from, but needs to get the farms going and then a rain. You want to get something like 15 to 20 farms at this point because it's really late rain. Generally speaking, we've been seeing rains at around the like 7-minute mark, and they're normally like 12 to 15 farms. So going farm rain this late, you really want to make sure you get a locust in onto the farms and then cast rain. So if you could get in here, locust these farms, do a lot of damage to the wood economy of Skady. You can see how low his wood is. If you pick off these farms, then that really screws up the situation here. And we are seeing the rock walking in. This definitely looks like it's going to be a locust swarm. There we go. And then a rain comes down. Nice play from Joe there. Going to lose the rock though. And he loses both the Pistustos and the Wadget for that. I'm not sure how worth it was in the end of the day, but he does manage to stop the villagers from gathering on any of these farms. A couple more of the farms are going to be falling as well. And while this is going on, Joe is having to defend over here. There's still a restoration available for Skady though. So we'll see if that matters or not. All these Toxotes do so much damage when they're sitting so close. 9.35 to 7.15 is pretty decent. And the Hippocon are just tanking all the damage in the front. Really nice job from Skady here. And Joe has to get out of here. Well, trying to defend. Now they can't work onto the Toxotes. Try and micro this away, yeah? Or just not quite getting there in time. Nice micros. Skady's micro is so good, to be honest. He's always on top of it. It's really hard to play against him. Now Joe going to try and retreat a little bit. Yeah, no, maybe. Skady has to retreat. Most of these units have died. No restoration here. And we are going to be seeing... Surely we see third town center. Yeah, there's the third town center coming in. And Skady is going Aphrodite, but we will be noticing that the farms have to come up. So that's going to slow down the mythic age. There's no town center that could have been grabbed because all the farms had to rebuild. The locust on the farms, that is the real techers, as it were. We're going after some Toxotes here. And Aphrodite coming in, can actually be able to pick off quite a few of these units with it if he wants to. I like to see the kind of instant curse, because if you wait on the curse for like heavy chariots to come in, you kill less of these units, or heavy cavalry or something like that. You kill less units. Now the wall's coming up for Skady all over the map, like he likes them. He needs to kind of chuck them off everywhere though. Migdol Stronghold coming up now. Shifting Sands has to be used to pull the units away so we can get the Migdol up, and we do see the Pharaoh going down instantly. No Alt S over here. There is still a restoration, but he's not going to be using it. And while this is going on, the chariots are getting a lot of damage done onto these villages. And now we see the Migdol up securing the gold mine. So well done by Joe. He will be able to continue in this game fairly nicely, fairly easily, I guess. And meanwhile, how this is all going, we see the gold mine over here. One thing that I swear Joe was doing more, like, I want to say even like 6 months ago, was around about this time in the game, when he has got secured gold mines, he would just wall up his side of the map a bit earlier. And Skady's kind of beating him to it, and if he gets these walls up here, you kind of, they don't do a lot unless you can get this area as well and this area as well. But if Joe threw up a wall here, here, in front of Skady's wall over here, he could get more of the map for himself. And he was doing that a while ago, so I'm surprised he stopped doing that. Maybe he can explain in the chat. But restoration came down, and not the best restoration. I feel like if he had siege out and he was attacking the town center, then the restoration could have been good to push him back or not. But not happening. There's the market for Skady. A little bit of a safe market there. He will be wanting to move up into the corner at some point, but making a safe market first and then moving out it's not a bad idea. It allows you to start the and there's the walls coming up for Joe, so it's not that late. He's still doing it, so it's all good. And the cavalry chasing these Hippocon away, or going to be attempting to chase the Hippocon away. I'm not sure what he's doing. Hyena just go into town. These Hippocon are a little bit out of position here. They will get cleaned up by the cavalry. Maybe get a couple of villager kills, but probably not going to be worth. Actually, not going to get any villager kills. Just losing every single one of those Hippocon. And Skady's upping through Artemis, so Cyrus coming through for Joe. So both players yet again hitting the Mythic Age at the same time. So I like to see. It's really good. Now the wall's going to try and get up. All the fights coming in. Nice little pick-offs here. These farms are a little bit aggressive. He's got all of this space in his home base, but he's choosing to farm outside his walls. Anyways. It's going to be a difficult little spot for Joe to hold on to. See where he goes. He's got a lot of food in the bank, so he can buy some upgrades really fast now. Pharaoh pops out. So Cyrus comes in. We'll see where the earthquake gets thrown down though, because Artemis is on its way. It's fairly all in, and Skady doesn't really have a foothold in the game, so even if he picks off the town center, Joe can probably defend against it. We'll see what happens. There's units over here ready to earthquake this. He has to use it fast because like Masons is incoming, Architects will come in, Sun-Dried Mud Brick, Fortified Town Centers just came in as well. So the earthquake becomes less good as the game goes by. We see all the buildings getting thrown up over here. You want to spam as many buildings as you possibly can to defend against this town center, because when the earthquake comes in, it's going to pick up everything except for the town center. Oh, look at that earthquake almost picking off the Son of the Cyrus. Town center at 53 HP. Almost staying alive. Mason's coming in? No. Well, not quite. Oh, he did come in, but not quite enough to do anything. But there's no siege out for Skady, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to stop this from coming back up. More cavalry coming in to defend Son of Osiris with the empowering on this town center is going to be it's going to be key here if he can get this one back up. Toxotes walking in. Joe sitting at 125 population. He has 2 Migdol strongholds only to build cavalry from, so replacing his army is a bit of a slow process, even though they do have like a 9-second train time. It still takes a while, even with 2. But Mummy's coming out. There will be Chimera roaming the map as well fairly soon. Where are the? Or is Skady not built a temple? Hello? There's the temple. Skady lost out on his free Chimera there. That's sad. That's sad. We need to get those Chimera. Another mixed stronghold out for Joe. The Cavalry coming in. He's got Champion Cavalry, and Joe's got, oh, he's only got 11 favor in the bank. You want to get that Desert Wind. Oh, he bought Sun-Dried Mudbrick. Would have thought Desert Wind would be a first pickup. Just because look at how good this, look, this technology effectively, just ignore the Cavalry movement speed. This technology effectively is two line upgrades. It's effectively like medium Cavalry and heavy Cavalry for 400 gold. It's if you're making this many Cavalry, it's like an insta pickup, I reckon. The 80 shades coming in though. Insane.
Garrett. Into you.
Oh yeah, he didn't have the temple up because he was doing the Hades shade. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, obviously. The temple was killed over here, but he did lose out on the free. For that one push, he lost out on the free Chimera and the free Nemean Lion. So I'd say not worth. These Hades shades without upgrades are not very good. Yeah, fully upgraded Hades shades can be scary in that amount of units, but not going to cut it here. The Migdol Stronghold coming up for Joe. Two of them. Has a catapult chilling here as well. No engineers on the way. We'll grab it soon. And this is going to be a slow push right now for Joe because against Hades, it's a lot of HP you have to push through. You got to kill the Sentinel as well, which is hard to do because he's so small and the catapult's so inaccurate. And then he does pick it off. Surprised to see no market in this corner just yet for Joe. He's like content just mining and not making any trade so far. Villagers moving forward, going to wall this off. I like that. And control the corner before he builds the market. Fair enough. Now another siege workshop moving forward. Still no engineers. Doesn't have the gold just yet. Economic upgrade should be basically full. No flood control and no wood upgrade. What? Like, okay, here's the thing. Hand axe for Egyptians is amazing. Bowsaw is less amazing. It's kind of not worth to get bowsaw at all, really, unless you're then getting what's it called? I always forget. Carpenters, right? It's a thing, like, you want to get hand axe 100% of the time, every time. Bowsaw, you want to really consider about it. If you got the resources, yeah, why not? But it's not a priority. And then Carpenters gives you an extra boost. But no hand axe is really going to slow down that wood economy. We do see 35 villagers on wood for Joe, which is sad. He's got none of these are getting it. Unless I misread what he had. No, didn't misread it. Skady, on the other hand, he's actually missing quite a few economic upgrades himself. Possibly because he's just losing so many units and he can't buy them at all. And, oh, Skady coming around. He's making a little sneak attack with the villagers. They had to have ran all the way around here. You see the walls coming up for Skady nice and early. Going to try and prevent the trade route from even starting. I like that. I like that a lot. Imagine if he did that 3 minutes ago, before these walls were set up. And the Son of Osiris does get picked off. Big win there for Skady. And Perseus is out to pick off the already dead mummy. Feels good. More catapult moving in. And Joe's got to be pretty happy with the position he's in. Still no Desert Wind, but Champion Chariot or the Chariot Archers are out, and I don't know if I really like the fact he's making chariots here. I think just make cavalry. There's no towers up. This is the strongest your cavalry are going to be all game. The Migdol Stronghold and the Town Center will pick off any sort of hoplites. Really low on the Unfortunately, really low on the gold though. As the walls are coming up, one chariot arch is in here. One archery range has already come up for Skady, so we can actually build out a gastrofeedy to defend. Now more catapults moving in. That's a lot of catapults here, and really not that many units that can pick them off. He's only got one or two Hippocon out, so catapults will be able to take this town center down really fast. More Hades Shades coming in, and Joe just gonna not gonna sacrifice these. I like that he doesn't just leave them there to die. He wants to keep them alive, and now we do see the archery ranges getting picked off over here. Skady not building anything into them. They're just a little distraction. Pretty good trade there, really. Oh, but he's leaving that there for some reason. Dangerous. If he leaves that there, it just like makes 3 gastrofeedis into the archery range, and he can kill off the market pretty quick. Cause some havoc. Another Migdol Stronghold coming up for Joe, as he's still pushing in. And Skady is kind of just trying to hang on for the moment. Some sentry towers trying to sneak up, but Joe's on top of it, not letting that happen. Just one lone chariot archer, all that he needs. Pick off all these villages. And then the market's actually going outside of his walls, the trade line there. That's totally cool. And now the fortified town center under siege. Champion chariot, or just say chariot archers chilling here. There's the engineers. This town center will be going down. Can Joe hold on to his position here? His chariots are getting kind of surrounded. He has so much population in these catapult. 12 population, right? No, more than that. 16 population. I thought there were 3 for some reason. They're 4. So that's basically the town center just there in catapult. He's going to try and get this back up. Joe can easily stop this. He has to click on the town center though. The town center goes up so fast because these will be divine. Okay, it's not divine blood villages, but we'll see. We'll see if we can refocus. No, not gonna happen. There we go. Refocusing. Now one little catapult ball prevents this from going up ever. So you have to kill off the catapult to get the town center back. We'll see if Skady going for any side builds to see if he can cause some havoc. No, not doing any of that shenanigan. Joe pushing in. He's going to have this secured in no time, it's looking like. And it's also been cut down to 3 catapult, which gives him the extra 4 population that will kind of allow him to continue winning fights here. He does get the watchtower up though. And it will get picked off pretty much instantly. Watchtowers do have, well, villages do have a bonus damage against watchtowers. I wouldn't be surprised to see Joe just like sell some of his wood and make some towers over here himself, just defend against this the shenanigans going on in that corner. Another Migdol Stronghold. 4 Migdol Strongholds in one screen. I mean, I guess you don't have to make towers if you don't want to. They do much more damage. They don't tank as much damage. Now Joe going to be going for the town center. If he gets 4 town centers here, it's pretty big. Oh, the Sentinel! The Sentinel snipes the Pharaoh, so this town center is going to be a ways away from going up. And it looks like Skady has no real... Well, he has 1 fortress, so he can put up a catapult up here with some walls around it or something, and he can stop this from going up if he wants. Watchtower's going up. But even if he gets this location here, you can just build a market over here, and you're still completely safe. You delete these 2 markets, and then they just go there, and you're losing out on a little bit of gold, but it's not that big of a deal. And I'm not sure what Skady can do. He has to kind of push through here, control this trade, get a Heliopolis or something. But now it's 180 population for Joe, and he's got a lot of resources in the bank. And he's going to start getting those upgrades in. You can see he's got the armory. Well, he's only got 1 armory, and he's not getting any upgrades, but he should be. One thing I think is super important for Egyptian, and maybe to a lesser extent the other civilizations, which actually cost resources, but you just get your armories up at this stage of the game with 1 villager. So you lose out on the minute or so it takes to build the armory with the economy you gather, but then you can get all those upgrades out if you ever float resources really quickly instead of queuing them all up in one armory. Nice raid from Joe over here, going to be picking off some villagers from Skady and then pushing through as well, going to be cleaning up this side bit over here. But I'm not sure if Joe even cares. If he just picks off this fortress, there's no real threat for Skady at this point. Or threat from Skady, I should say. Joe mining this gold mine for some reason, just wants to, I don't know what that's about. There's gold mine over here, there's a little bit of gold over here. There's gold mine over here. What does Joe know? He knows there's one here, he knows there's one here. The walls are here though. And the cavalry finds some more villagers to snipe. What's Skady sitting at? He's only got 300 gold in the bank. The villager's going to be trying to take down the guard tower. With the skin of the rhino, they do even more damage, right? So we'll be able to take these guard towers down fast. And there is divine blood though now for Skady, so it's going to be a bit of a grind to finish this this Hades off, because divine blood it really slows you down when you pick off one tower and two more pop up, right? So we'll see. More villagers moving in. Try and take down the fortress as well. I mean, Skady could maybe like sneak some Gastrophetes out if he has Burning Pitch. He gets like 5 Gastrophetes out. He has 1 queued up over here. But you need like 5 and you can maybe snipe the town center, put a wall around this thing here, and then you just pop them out here and try and pick off the town center. It's an option, but it's a lot of population and he needs it all to kind of defend, so it's tough. He does have a Heliopolis out though. More Hades shades coming in now for Skady. I think it would be better off for him to just send the shades in one at a time. They cost population, right? So may as well. May as well send them in one at a time rather than do it all in a bunch. And Joe's just got complete control of the map. He's actually found a storehouse over here with villagers chopping wood. So these cavalry with their desert wind, he still doesn't have it. He's got 100 favor, 500 gold, still doesn't have desert wind. Makes me furious. Feels bad. Feels bad.
Into you. Go.
Coffeeness. No, because they don't go over pop. Well, they don't go over pop, but you don't have that awkward moment when you've got 20 shades out being inefficient at 160 pop. So you might go over pop by 20, but then you'll I don't know. I don't know what's better. I would assume that getting Favor, getting Chimera, getting that Nimbian Lions out would have been a better idea. Getting those upgrades out a bit earlier, especially Divine Blood and things of that nature that we do see. More shades coming out of the temple to come and help. And the catapult going to be trying to take down the fortress, and they will take it down very fast as well. It's looking like the fortress will die. There we go, takes it down. And I don't see any other kind of siege units here for Skady. The Castrofiti's out though. On a bold adventure, walking straight through the base, going to be shot down though. It was bad. And Joe will slowly but surely continue his move forward. I'm surprised he hasn't just thrown down a bunch of towers here. Look at his gold, 4,000 gold. Spamming out mercenary. Maybe he needs more farms. Some more villages. He's bought Bowsaw, but he didn't buy Carpenter. This is what he said. Bowsaw. It's a bit of a weird mathematical thing based on like the amount of actions the villager performs. But basically, Bowsaw doesn't give you that much of an advantage over Hand Axe. I can pull it up after the pull the thing up after the game. Show you. Well, Joe going after the trade route now. Doing what Skady did to him. Skady has found himself another gold mine though. Still chopping down this tree that was raided earlier. There's like forests kind of everywhere for Skady. I'll get a little bit unlucky with this. Not going idle after the end of this and running all the way over to this forest. It's kind of hard to notice that your villagers are doing that there. Migdol Stronghold coming up for Joe. Right in the face of Skady. You do kind of need it to defend here, but it's been like these donkey caravans going to be falling as well, really hurting Skady's economy here. Another market up for Skady on the other side. You can delete this one happily, and then he's got kind of a safe trade route over this way. It's actually quite a bit better than the one he had, was this corner. He's also got a gold mine already over here with this very amazing storehouse. But it's looking like the caravans are going to be walking straight through the Migdol in the town center anyways, so that's painful. Another Migdol up. Joe just building Migdols this game. Not a single tower was built. Why build towers when you can build Migdols? That's what Joe says.
Into you.
That's mean he has quite a bit of production, right? He's not really using it, but he has quite a bit. And he's sitting right in the face of Skady. Surprised to not see a troll wonder.
Into you.
No siege out, so where's he gonna go from here? You need some siege to take down the town center. I mean, I guess you can just take it down with Town Warrior. They do enough damage. We do see some towers going down now for Joe just to thwart the trade route. Random catapult over here taking down Skady's second town center. And Skady going to tap out here. GG. Well played by Joe. Nice one. Nice one, Joe. Gets his win back. Regains his honor. I feel like this game was over about 10 minutes ago, though, when this town center went down. There was no real opportunity for Skady to get it back. The town centers are nice and close to each other in this game, which really favors the Egyptian player because he can flood Mercenary at this town center with the siege as well. It's really hard to defend against it. But yeah, well played by Joe. Alright, I think it's about time we play some games, don't you reckon?